Hey, welcome back to Bro Student Advice. Now, today we're going to be talking about a very simple concept. And I was actually requested to do this video from a member who watched one of our previous videos, this one right here, why and how you open up a TFSA. And I actually realized that I didn't make this quite as beginner friendly as I intended. We went over the reasons why you should open up a TFSA, the basics of opening up an investment account, but I didn't go into specifically how you would go about doing it. And I think it was a little bit too complicated for some of the beginner members. So here we go. What is the first thing we're going to do if we want to open up an investment account? So first of all, we need to ask ourselves, do we have a bank account? So if you do have a bank account, that's great, because what you're likely going to do is you're going to go to your bank and set up an investment account with them. If you don't have a bank account, what you're going to want to do is open a bank account. So I use TD banking, and you can use whatever you want, but we're pretty lucky because nowadays a lot of banks allow you to open up an account completely online, partially because of COVID. But when I opened up my first bank account, I went into the branch and I just sat down and asked them to open up a student account for me. Now, you're going to want to open up a checking account so that you can put money into it, first of all, if you're having any type of income. And you also need an account from which to put money into your investment account, your tax-free savings account. So that's step one. You need to open up a bank account, preferably independent of your parents. I know some students in university still have joint accounts with their parents, and that's fine, but you're going to want to open up your own individual account if you're going to get into investing, which you should, of course. So if you have a bank account already, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your bank. You're going to look up how to open up a TFSA with your bank. So for me, that was TD, how to open a TFSA. Just search that up. Of course, don't click the ad ones. And you're going to want to open up here, right here, self-directed tax-free savings account. One key thing you're going to want to look out for here is, okay, first of all, we're trying to open up a TFSA. It's a tax-free savings account, which we've discussed in previous videos. All Canadians get a set amount a year, currently at $6,000, to put into their tax-free savings account, which is an investment account that is completely tax-free. A key thing you want to look out for, though, is that it's self-directed. A lot of banks have non-self-directed accounts, which means they manage your investments for you, of course, meaning they take a fee. A lot of banks will have their own mutual funds or ETFs that only they provide, and you need to use their services. We don't want that. We want to be investing ourselves into the funds because it's a lot cheaper in terms of fees. And of course, we're trying to learn how to be financially literate, so we want to invest our own money, not have someone do it for us. Of course, that's perfectly fine if people want to just have a financial advisor, but that's not the point of this channel. The point of this channel is to learn personal finance and investing ourselves so that we have that knowledge. So I know that Tangerine, for example, does not have any self-directed accounts. So I had a friend come to me, asked how to make an investment account, and turned out he had a Tangerine bank account, which means he couldn't actually open up a self-directed account. Tangerine, all they do is they have a tax-free savings account you can use, which of course, investments are tax-free, but they provide only their funds, which you can buy. And also, you basically put the money in and they invest it for you, of course, with a fee. That's not ideal. You could do that, but then it's really set it and forget it. And trust me, you're going to be making a lot more if you just invest it yourself, because basically what they're going to be doing is the exact same thing anyone else would tell you to do, invest in the market, but they're just going to take a 1% to 2% fee off top of that. And when we're dealing with pretty safe investments that are only going to give us 6 to 8% a year, if I take 2% off that, that's a big chunk of that. So if you have a Tangerine account, what you're going to want to do is look into a third-party investing account not related to your bank. Now, we have great options for that in Canada. The two ones that mostly come up in conversation are WealthSimple and Questrade. So personally, I use Questrade. I have a Questrade account. I actually don't use it for my tax-free savings account because, like I said, my tax-free savings account is with my bank, but I use Questrade as a kind of for fun investing account where I put my gambling money and any other investments that I want to have not in my tax-free savings account. Of course, I max out my tax-free savings account with my bank. So what you're going to want to do if you have a bank like Tangerine, or even if you don't have a bank or you have a joint account, you can't open up a self-directed investing account with your bank, you're going to want to go in and sign up for either a WealthSimple or a Questrade account. So WealthSimple I actually would recommend because it really is the easiest investing account to get started. Their mobile app is actually very well made. It's very simple to learn, especially for beginners, and super easy. I mean, let's see, I've never opened a WealthSimple account, but let's see how you do it. You get started, you just sign up. Okay, I just realized I already had a WealthSimple account, and the reason for that is because I use WealthSimple to do my taxes. Now, I'm going to go over how to do your income taxes in a video in the future around tax season next year, because I have a very simple method. Even me doing complicated, crypto investing, it takes me 5 minutes to do my taxes, and the information is all just directly imported in. So we'll talk about that in another video. But I went to WealthSimple. So you just look at these. Okay, I want WealthSimple to manage a portfolio for me. Nope, I want to invest my own stuff. So I want to do trade. I want to buy and sell stocks on my own. So we click on that. And basically they're going to take you through all this information. You have to give them, the basic personal information, your address, blah, blah, blah. And then you can go and transfer money. Now, I don't know exactly how it works for WealthSimple, but a lot of times they just accept e-transfer. It's not as sketchy as it sounds. I mean, WealthSimple and Questrade are massive, massive multi-million-dollar corporations. And the most important thing you're going to want to know is that they have insurance on all their investments. It's legally mandated in Canada. If you are offering investment products to people, you have to be insured. So even if this company goes bankrupt, you will get your money back. The risk that this company is going to just disappear and lose all your money is very, very low. I know that me initially, just looking up WealthSimple, Questrade, okay, it's not a bank. Maybe it's a little bit sketchy, but no, it's not a scam or anything. These are well-known organizations, and it's really simple for beginners to get into. Now, we're going to talk in future videos on why specifically I don't use WealthSimple. The reason, just briefly, is because WealthSimple doesn't allow you to make limit buys or sells, which, if you don't know what that means, it's basically when you set at what price you want to buy or sell an asset at. So on WealthSimple, you can only do a market buy or sell, which means you're buying or selling directly at the market price, which is not good for a variety of reasons. But anyway, there you go. If you have a bank account, just Google how to open up a self-directed TFSA with your bank. If you don't, or you have a Tangerine account, just go and open up a WealthSimple or a Questrade account. It's super simple. You do it all online. You just give them the information and your account should be open within days. I'm sure they'll just email you right back. That's all, guys. Thanks for watching.